This is the Mid-American Conference on ESPN. Oh, there's a lot of energy and excitement around State Street today here in Oxford, Ohio. Why? A big one going on here in Yager Stadium as the Western Michigan Broncos are in town to tangle with the Miami Redhawks. Great to see everybody. Delighted you're here. You've come to the right place. We said a great one going on today. It is. Michael Regat with my partner, Marcus Ray. They're both undefeated in MAC play. The winner today gets a leg up. That's how much is at stake in this one when you're thinking about that first weekend of December, maybe being in Detroit for the MAC championship game.
Yeah, you got two teams who like to run the football, play great defense. They have an opportunity to win 5 straight and be in first place. I think, Mike, this is a midterm exam for both teams.
Ah, Professor Ray, I love that. Bringing out the midterm exam status for us. That's DeQuan Finn, ladies and gentlemen. He has done it as well as any quarterback in college football this year, coming off another big performance last week. And he's with the legs, with his ability to throw the football. Marcus, he's been terrific. But today you got to face a Western Michigan defense that is one of the very finest in the Mid-American Conference.
Western Michigan's defense, it all starts up front. The thing I like about them, they create a lot of havoc plays, Mike. What are havoc plays? Watch this tackle for loss right here. You'll see sacks, interceptions, just a lot of negative plays. Dane Tucker, 11, has just been one of the best sack pass rushers in the country. This defense right now, I think, is playing so well that this is a good matchup for Miami, the way they ran the ball last week. If Miami can run the football, I think then they will stay out of long yardage situations, Mike. So it'll be an interesting chess match.
Thank you, see Lance Taylor, the head football coach of the Western Michigan Broncos. As Lance Taylor has done a fabulous job. You see 4-0, trying to get to 4-0 in MAC play and come up with their 10th straight win. But Lance Taylor has really got things turned around in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And the Miami Redhawks, of course, after losing the first 3 this year, they too have really come on of late. We'll tell you all about that as we go on today. Fair catch on this opening kickoff, the very short kick. And the Miami Redhawks are going to start after the Lionel Williams fair catch. And that means bringing out the young man we just mentioned, DeQuan Finn. Started his career, Marcus, at Toledo, also played at Baylor, and now so his 3rd program. But this young man is putting up some just tremendous numbers in his quarterback play.
Yeah, and one thing he's doing is executing their offense. Miami likes to run the football. Every now and then they like to run the zone read where he'll pull it and make plays with his legs. But he's been making good decisions in the pass game too.
So Finn on this first snap is Miami with the opening possession. Finn to put it up. Seam route, and that is hauled in. Big throw right away as he connects with Cole Weaver, the 220-pound redshirt sophomore. Good throw into the seam from Finn.
Yeah, they were playing with a single high safety. Miami ran what's called 4 verticals, which means you got guys running on the numbers in the hash. They've got a switch release there. That's a good call against this Western Michigan defense.
Jordan Brunson, the outstanding 230-pound tailback, along with Josh Ringer, are the 2 that'll carry the football a lot today. Finn gonna throw that out, and that's hauled in, making that grab. Look like Cam Perry. Perry is just a redshirt junior, only 5'9", Marcus, but one of the top possession receivers in the game.
Yeah, he actually averages about 28 yards per catch, Mike. And I tell you, last week Eastern Michigan tried to bracket him. He impacted that game. He's the reason that run game opened up. They didn't have enough guys in the box.
So DeQuan Finn with a couple of completions to start out moving the football. After that 8-yard hookup with Perry, this is 2nd and 2. Jordan Brunson offset to the right of quarterback Finn. 3rd straight throw for Finn. Another seam route. He is right now on fire to start this out. He's 3 for 3, and he just hooked up with Keith Reynolds, the transfer out of the Washington Huskies program.
Yeah, you're going to see Keith Reynolds play some running back today. He's a dynamic receiver. But right now, Miami has this 10-play script going, Mike, and they know what Western's going to be in, and Finn is reading the coverage and making the right decisions.
3 for 3 for Daquan Finn. He's already thrown for 46 yards. Off play action, Finn again. Going to gun that deep out. There's his first misfire of the afternoon. That's very good coverage by Western Michigan. That was Jarvarius Sims on that excellent coverage of Cole Weaver, Marcus.
Yeah, Sims is a really good dynamic, probably their best cover man. I think Finn went through his progressions and he came back late to try to hit Weaver, and the timing wasn't there. Just a late ball. Also, it was pretty high.
Jordan Brunson offset to the left. Brunson, the 230-pound dynamo at that running back spot for Miami. And there's your first carry for Brunson, the first carry for Miami today. It was after the 4 straight throws of Brunson. This is what he does, Marcus. Again, he's 230, and he runs between the tackles as well as anybody in college football.
Yeah, last week Brunson had a career high 122 yards on the ground in an almost 300 combined rushing yard day for Miami. But I tell you what, number 10, that linebacker, Saipaia, it's a pretty good one right there. Transferred from Ferris State. He made the tackle there, Mike. Good contact.
You're right. He really is one of the top linebackers in the MAC. We'll discuss him quite a bit today. Now Daquan Finn moves Josh Ringer to his right as the lone back. 3rd down and 6. Outstanding surge from that defensive end spot, as that was Nadame Tucker that took down that 3rd and 6 play and took Ringer down. Excellent play by Tucker.
Yeah, I think they had a little miscommunication. You'll see on the left side when you have a free rusher like that, normally that's who the quarterback's supposed to read. But that was just a blocking miscue. You can't do that with Big Dame Tucker back there. He will make a play in the backfield like we told you at the beginning.
So the big hit from Dame Tucker is going to bring out Dom Jobin. This from 45 yards. He's got the distance, has the accuracy too, at about 5 yards to spare. So Dom Jobin continuing to connect. Marcus, he's now 9 of 11 on the season, and continues to stay perfect beyond 40 yards. He's now 7 of 7.
I think that's a win, though, for both teams. When you look at Miami, they really struggled in their first 7 games and the first possession. A lot of punts. But now you get in this point of the year, there's a lot of film on people. Western's defense hasn't been playing well, but Miami gets a field goal. But Western Michigan there to hold that offense to a field goal.
Sure.
I think that's a good situation to be in on the road.
It is. And that's something that, Lance Taylor discussed with us this week as we had our conversation with Coach Taylor about the things that they felt they had to get accomplished defensively. And that was one of them. 3s, not 7s, when Miami's moving the football.
But Miami was very efficient last week against Eastern Michigan. They were scoring touchdowns in the red zone. One of their most dynamic performances. They ran the ball well. This time they came out, passed the ball well in this first drive. So it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments Western Michigan makes defensively.
Yes, it really is. So Jobin will put the right foot to it. That's Miles from the 2-yard line. And he'll break out. Strong return for Devin Miles as he comes out. We'll see where they spot that at the 37-yard line. Excellent return, 35-yard return for Miles, and that gets Brock Lowry and this Western Michigan offense an excellent operating position here off their first possession.
Brock Lowry, that young man, won the starting job in the Toledo game that started this 4-game win streak. You see the numbers, transferred from Indiana. He runs the ball extremely well, and he throws it a lot better than you think.
Now Lowry going to keep the football across the midfield stripe. Oh, Lowry came out with that opportunity to run some of that RPO and pitch the football, but he kept it. And play number 1 brings Western Michigan into Miami territory.
Yeah, that's a speed option there. He had the opportunity to keep the ball and pitch it based on the run support. You saw Caleb Martin there, 17, in conflict. Brock, that time, kept the football. Speed option is hard to stop.
Brock Lowry in this offense running that speed option, as Marcus said, very, very well. Now that inside carry for Jalen Buckley. He was the MAC Freshman of the Year, Marcus, back in 2023. You know, and again, Lance Taylor wanted to talk about, again, he runs football great, but wait do you see how well he's blocking this year.
Yeah, he's done a fine job in pass protection, and this young man runs downhill. And the thing I'm most impressed with, he's played through injuries, and he's getting back to that 23 form. Yeah,
that's for sure on that. Again, running that speed option with that late pitch. Jalen Buckley is going to be very close to that line to make. We'll see if they'll put him out of bounds. Put him out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So let's call it 3rd down and a long 2 here now for quarterback Brock Lowry. You see that Miami kid coming from Corbin Hondru. Here's a good look at Lowry, the 6'1" redshirt sophomore, started his career at Indiana. Stay with the ground game, move those sticks, 1st down. Buckley kept that football. Last week, Marcus, 13 carries for 108 yards and a touchdown for Brock Lowry.
Well, right there you see Lowry gets the 1st down, and they used Buckley as a decoy, which became a lead blocker. That's something that Western does on 3rd and short, is they will run the Lowry, and they'll give you a running back look, but they want to run the ball downhill.
Well, last week they had it going on, didn't they? Western Michigan, and that 42-0 thrashing of Ball State. Buckley tried to get to the numbers on the left side, but that was a tremendous defensive play. Coming up on that takedown was Adam Trick. Just a dominant player, and but Chuck Martin, just as we love the way Adam Trick is playing for us.
Yeah, Adam Trick, you got Kuwatch back there too. He gets some penetration. And what you'll see out of Western Michigan is always like a dual read. Either you can hand it off, it's like a sweep keep. And that's what Lowry's trying to read. That time that was a great tackle in open field.
So no gain there, 2nd and 10. Again, speed option. And this time that Miami defense had 3 red shirts around Brock Lowry. So he's run that speed option now 3 times, Marcus. That was the 2nd one to the right edge, and Miami was there to take him down.
Yeah, you'll see everybody filling in their lanes. It's a nice job there defending the option. There was nowhere to run. They're getting off blocks, and they took the pitch away. Nice job by Beasley and company.
This is 3rd down and 9. Brock Lowry last week in that 42-0 bested of Ball State, went 23 of 27, threw for 241 yards and a couple of touchdowns. So he's feeling it coming into this one today on the road at Miami. Lowry, the quick out. That's hauled in, and a break in that tackle was Balin Brooks. He broke the initial tackle, but then got taken down. They're going to mark that at the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up now a 4th down. And let's call this a long 2.
Well, you'll see they were thinking 4-down territory, and they were expecting a missed tackle. That's why Brock got rid of the football so fast. So you pick up 8.5 yards on a 5-yard hitch, and then you line up and say they think their offensive line is better than Miami's defensive line, and they're going to try to smash mouth it or at least go for it, throwing it short.
Lance Taylor says offense, stay on the football field. 4th down and 2, line to make at the 24. A direct snap, going to come up short, and Miami's defense got the snap. They direct snapped, and Miami got all over that, as again it was Adam Trick on that initial hit. Miami Redhawks getting a big stop defensively on 4th down. 3-0 lead for Miami.
Let's take a look here at the big fourth down stop by Miami. What you're going to see, you see Eli Blakey. He's on the line of scrimmage. Essentially, he's a defensive end. As we roll this tape, you're going to see Western Michigan shift to the Wildcat. They faked it to Brock, but Blakey wasn't fooled. He was the edge player. That's what you're supposed to read. But an athletic player like that can turn that corner and get that stop. So that was just called a counter read, Mike. It's bash play, back away sweep. The back goes away from the pool. Blakey wasn't fooled at all.
It can put a defense in a lot of predicament.
Yeah.
But as you said, Eli Blakey played that extraordinarily well.
Sure did.
Yeah. So Miami's got the football back for their second opportunity. DeQuan Finn led them on that Dom Jobin field goal make from 45 yards for this 3-0 lead. 4 wide receiver look here. Miami's going to run the football as Jordan Brunson pounded his way off that right side. Gavin Roars, that outstanding 320-pound right guard, and Drew Terrell, 295-pound right tackle. Open in some space for Jordan Brunson.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle there by James Camden, the way he stepped in there, because Brunson almost popped that. It was a good blocking scheme. Great tackle, though, too.
Again, the 4 wide receiver look here for Chuck Martin's Miami offense. Now Finn, quick play fake, gun the out. Cole Weaver made that grab. Look at Weaver. Weaver broke that tackle of Western Michigan's Javarius Sims. And as we told you in the first Miami possession, Sims, an outstanding corner, excellent tackler too.
Yeah, that time it's just a little spot route, little hitch. See Weaver trucking people and getting some yards, get downfield, man, showing some enthusiasm. I like Miami's game plan right now. They're waiting to the final second, to look at Western's coverage, and he's making all the right decisions.
Haven't gone with a tight end yet. It's 4 wide receivers on each and every snap in this, the second possession. Play fake. Excellent there as that pass was batted down. And again, they were looking to go in that seam, and Finn had his pass knocked down. That looked like it was Marcel Tyler, the big defensive tackle.
Yes, sir. And you'll see him stick that paw up there, that big right paw. I'm not sure that would have been completed anyways, as he was looking for Cam across the middle.
Yeah.
It's a nice job there with that pass rush, getting a hand up.
Already 59 yards through the air for DeQuan Finn, the 6th-year senior out of the Motor City of Detroit. Look at that outstanding Martin Luther King High School program. Finn, now he'll step up. Finn break and contain, throwing that out route, kind of making it up, ad-libbing as they go. And Finn hooked up with Braylon Isom, redshirt freshman out of Saginaw, Michigan.
But I tell you what, this is what makes Finn so special, and he's hard to guard. And you'll see here, you have to keep contained and stay in your pass rush lane. The pocket collapse. He improvised, runs down the field, and Isom had enough sense to break his route off and come back. Great play, Miami.
A lot of sense. You're right, partner.
Yeah.
He did break that off. And again, keeping plays alive. That's what DeQuan Finn does so well. On the move again, Miami. Now Finn off that quick play fake, kept the football, and this time Western ball came out, but it was after the whistle had blown. Western Michigan's one, Dame Tucker was all over that. And Tucker wears number 11. He also had some help from James Camden, the linebacker.
I tell you, man.
There's Tucker.
Yeah, there's Tucker, 29 sacks, leading the country. Sefa Saipaia, number 10. James Camden. I mean, 2 of the finer linebackers, especially versus the run. Miami's going to have to run the football just well enough to keep this defense honest.
And Tucker had 3.5 sacks last week in that big Western Michigan win over Ball State. Play fake, Finn. Got to step up. Pirouetting and throwing the out route. That is hauled in again, making that grab, Cole Weaver. Finn ad-libs keep plays alive, and it's almost like he's got a radar with Cole Weaver.
I mean, he's seen everything. You're talking about as much football. Watch here, he's playing grown man football. He has enough awareness and shake and bake to get out of that pocket and Western Michigan, I mean, when you lead the nation in sacks, that means your defensive ends are athletic, your D tackles are good, but you just can't let him out. Look at Cole Weaver's numbers, man. He's doing well this season.
Yes, he is. Again, 28 sacks that Marcus just mentioned. Western Michigan, that leads all of the FBS. Number 1 in sacks, this Western Michigan D. 3rd down at 4 now. Back to the ground game. Got that late push. Going to be real close to that line to make at the 28-yard line. And yeah, move those sticks. 1st down is on that carry was Josh Ringer. Ringer, redshirt freshman. What Chuck Martin tell us, Ringer's starting to come along now, right? Maybe that means what, head coach trusted him more?
Yeah, and you know, with Kenny Tracy going down, Brunson stepping in, Ringer's still a guy. They have Deshaunte Jones out of Cleveland, Glenville. So they have a plethora of running backs, and they're going to need all of them. And that's what Ringer's supposed to do, is get that 3rd down for conversion.
Miami moving the sticks. Daquan Finn's got his football team on the move again. Now Finn off that quick play action and then kept the football. And he'll get ushered out of bounds. We'll see where they spot that. They spot that right at the 25-yard line.
Now watch this. That's called a gap exchange, where the defensive end crashes down and the linebacker wraps around to the C gap. That time Quinn was able to get outside of it. He just out-athleting people. But Western had it dialed up right. Defensive end crashes, linebacker scrapes. He still got outside.
All right, this is 2nd down at 8 now, and again, the redshirt freshman Josh Ringer offset to the right of Daquan Finn as a lone running back. On 2nd and 8, again off the play fake. Finn out route, delivered another strike. He hit Deion Colsey. Colsey, the 5th-year senior, was at Notre Dame earlier in his career. Didn't play last week, Marcus, but got him involved right there.
Yeah, right there. That's just a comeback route, an excellent route, too. You know, when you're in coverage like that, it's really tough. When that was Aaron Wofford playing corner there. When that receiver gets in your blind spot, it's like driving. Like, you know, getting that blind spot and you just lose sight of where he is. He broke that route off well.
Miami, big performance against Eastern Michigan last week. They rushed for 295 yards. Jordan Brunson ran for $122. Speaking of the ground game, look at that offensive line trying to keep that play alive and get that push. Oh, they got that push, didn't they, for Deshaunte Jones? Marcus, there's a young man that you mentioned from Glenville High on the east side of Cleveland. So Jones a part of the running back room now. Yeah,
I'm giving Micah Davis, though, the safety some credit by taking on Jones head on just like that in the hole. Jones, man, I'm telling you, he's a bowling ball, 5'10", 248. I mean, he's low center of gravity, runs hard. That was good contact by Davis, though.
I want no part of coming up trying to take that down. That 200 and close to 50-pounder Deshaunte Jones. He's got the football again, the redshirt freshman, though this time those white shirts of that Western Michigan defense were there. That's, again, Dame Tucker on that stop. Boy, Tucker's just such an intuitive football player, as that's going to be our final snap of the opening quarter. All right, good first 15 minutes. That's a quick 15 minutes, too. Miami on another drive to try to put points on the board. Red Hawks with a 3-0 lead. Come on back with us. Quarter number 2. He has the most seniority of the Mid-American Conference head football coaches. 12th year for Chuck Martin here in Oxford, Ohio. And oh, what a ride it has been as this football team. Well, just this year, again, after the 03 start, Marcus, they've been on a roll in the last 4.
I'm telling you, man, it's a little different playing in September with some of the scheduling. Obviously, they played Wisconsin, and, you know, they're taking on some of the big boys. But when they started playing in their conference, man, you can see the difference. 31 points a game, 4-0. Looking to punch it in here, try to get more points against Western.
3rd and 5 from the 6-yard line for quarterback DeQuan Finn. Miami, again, his 3rd program, started in the MAC with Toledo. Finn, fade to the corner of the end zone. Looked like it could have been there, but his throw for Cam Perry missed him, sailed out of bounds. Field goal time for the 2nd straight possession here for Miami.
Yeah, it's just not good ball placement there for Finn. You want to get that a little bit, bring it down just a little bit for Cam to get that. As you see Finn, it's like, oh, it's a little too much there as Miami settles for a field goal. But I'll tell you, it's good defense by Western playing that man-to-man coverage.
So again, the 5th-year senior Dom Jobin hit from 45 in the opening quarter. And now he has connected from 22. So a pair of field goal hits for Dom Jobin. And now he's 10 of 12 on the year. Chuck Martin in Miami with a 6-0 lead. Four squads seem to be on the march toward Detroit, competing for the MAC championship. Now you see the percentages, Marcus. That's tight, especially with Ohio and Western Michigan.
Yeah, you take a look there. I mean, Miami's got a pretty tough slate coming up after this one.
Sure.
Western's already took Toledo down, so it'll be interesting, man. And Ohio was playing against Eastern Michigan today. It's going to be interesting because you get in November, man, but both of these teams are right there, right in the mix.
That's Devin Miles, wears that number 5 on his white Western Michigan Bronco away jersey. Kellen McLaughlin handles the kickoffs. Dom Jobin does a field goal PAT work, and McLaughlin handles the kickoffs, and he will boom this away. Miles from that boundary at the 4-yard line. Pretty nice return as he was given a leg and taking it away from a couple of tacklers. So Western Michigan with the football when we come back. down 6-0 after a pair of Miami field goals. Come on back. As we get back to Yeager Stadium in Oxford, Ohio, here's the last time that man, Brock Lowry, and his Western Michigan offense had the football. They're moving the football the first couple of possessions, but not able to put points on the board as of yet, Marcus.
Yeah, last drive, saw that 8 plays. Got stopped down there, getting close to the red zone area, but they were able to have some success.
Run that inside misdirection, and that's Jalen Buckley. Buckley came out of that huddle, Marcus, and started out next to quarterback Brock Lowry, but then moved over on the edge, and they ran this misdirect.
Yeah, they did. They did it with no backs in the backfield. Buckley there lined up in the slot, came around, followed his 2 big linemen, pulling around, running that counter play. It's a good, well-designed play. Western wants to run the football 55% of the time.
Yeah, Buckley coming into today with 240 yards, an average of 3.2. Now Lowry's going to take a shot. That's incomplete. That was a deep crossing route. It was intended for Talik Williams. Bring up 2nd and 10. So they got Lowry out of the pocket there, Marcus, to make that throw.
Yeah, they gave a speed option look. You know, they ran it a couple times in the last possession, and then this time it was play action speed option to try to get those defensive backs' eyes in the wrong place. Good defense by Miami.
3 in the backfield now. They're running that option again, this time with a pitch to Jalen Buckley and the 210-pound junior out of Aurora, Illinois. Give them 6 to bring up 3rd down and 4.
That's a nice job there, running the triple option. I mean, Miami has got their guys in place. Buckley's able to get them in 3rd and manageable, but you'll see Western Michigan, they live and die with the triple option and little play action, and they'll even run the quarterback in this situation too.
All right, now 4 receivers in, 1 back. Lowry's quick throw right near the sticks. He hooked up with Kevin Boone Nelson. And that's going to move the sticks for a first down. So Lowry, after that second Miami field goal here in this possession, has Western Michigan on march.
Yeah, you'll see that it's just a quick game throw. It was a little bit of grass right in front of the defensive back there, and that was Yarborough. But all they wanted was 4, and they got it. They're not going to take what's not there. You give them some grass, they're going to take it.
Right from the 45-yard line now. Now Lowry off that quick play fake, going to keep the football. Lowry's in open space. Quarterback Brock Lowry inside the 35-yard line of Miami. That's 22 yards and a first down for Brock Lowry in Western Michigan.
Yeah, option football. That time they tricked Adam Trick, pun intended. I'll tell you, he really
pun taken.
He really sold that inside handoff, and Trick bit down, and Lowry made a great read and decided to keep the ball, and there was no one there.
All right, now the empty look. Devin Miles will join. Here's the blitz coming. Sack time, Miami. As Corbin Hondrew, the blitzing linebacker, got all over that. Hondrew already with 3 interceptions on the year, Marcus, but came unscathed there, did Hondrew.
Yeah, you'll see the right guard, Gavin Dabo, he blew his assignment. That time Hondrew, he read that play. It parted like the Red Sea. Miami's right there up there too with those 23 sacks for 11th best in the country.
5th-year senior Corbin Hondrew out of the state of Pennsylvania. Lowry crossing route. Put it on time and hooked up with Talik Williams.
That time, Mike, they were just trying to get it to where they can take a shot on 3rd down. Let's take a look and see. This Miami pass rush, man, they're really getting back there to Brock Lowry, forcing him to get rid of that ball a little quicker than he wants to.
Corbin Hondrew, we just mentioned, the Miami linebacker, plays sideline to sideline so well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's productive, man.
Yeah, he can run.
Those interceptions. And had one against Eastern Michigan last week.
3rd down and 15. Big play. Lowry. And that throw on that shallow cross went off the hands of Talik Williams, incomplete.
Yeah, that time it looks like someone got a hand up in that throwing lane. This is not what Western wants to do. When they get behind the sticks, they really struggle to try to get the first down, just like anyone else. But that play that Hondrew made on that tackle for loss, that just disrupted their whole rhythm and play calling. And Western just, a team that runs the ball cannot get behind the sticks.
Lionel Billups Williams, the punt returner for Miami, waiting this punt. Went over his head and into the end zone. Timeout. So Miami got the football back. Red Hawks defense keeping Western Michigan at bay.
Introducing SportsCenter for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
Yager Stadium, along the home of Miami Redhawk football, one of the venerable venues that we have, not just in the MAC, in all of college football. Marcus and I were talking about it. I first called a game here in 1984.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, well, I came down here. It's like, you know, you think, you look at all the tradition here. Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler, et cetera, et cetera. All the head coaches, cradle of coaches here in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
It's a beautiful, wonderful place to watch college football with a big heaping of tradition attached to it. Miami's got a 6-0 lead for quarterback DeQuan Finn. Finn threw that out. Oh, Finn had that. That's caught. That's hauled in. Finn had kind of spaced that in, Marcus. He had to get it over that strong safety coming up and made a good throw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they might have to take a look at that one. His foot was out of bounds.
Then they got the foot in.
Yeah,
Keith Reynolds.
It was close, yeah.
Yeah. Good call, partner. Good call. Lance Taylor was sticking right along with you.
I tell you, yeah, Miami is attacking Western Michigan vertically, and they're doing it running up the numbers, switch releases, outside receiver going inside to the hash. So when you see one safety back there, Mike, you're going to be some grass on the
Western
hashes.
Michigan has called a timeout to challenge the ruling on the field of a catch. The play is under further review.
All right, going to take a look at this and see if indeed we, from the naked eye, we kind of thought, not sure if that's going to be stand as a catch here.
Now let's
see.
Now, he goes up high. Great catch there by Reynolds. But watch where his right foot comes out. Does he get it inbounds right? Did it ever touch the ground?
Before the left foot landed in the white.
Exactly right. So it looks like he kind of bicycled that foot. He tried to get it down right there. Did it touch? But the left foot is out. They need to determine if the right foot hit the ground before the left foot went out of bounds. Right there, exactly right there. He may have toe tapped it right there. I mean, it's
well,
really
at the best with that right leg, it's a toe tap, right? With the right foot before that left foot there is definitively out of bounds.
That's right. I mean, it's definitely worth taking a look at.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. And that's the process through. As all of you as college football fans, I'm sure, know so very well now. I mean, the bottom line is you want to make sure you get it right.
That's it.
So from that perspective, if it takes, 3 to 5 minutes to look at to get it right, so be it. Huh?
Let's take it one more time. I mean, we're going to zoom in on it this time. Does that right toe right here touch any grass?
See, it's hard to see.
Oh, I think it did. I think it tapped.
Okay.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. We have the completed pass. We will charge the timeout to Western Michigan and now have 2 timeouts remaining in the first half.
You had it, that Keith Reynolds did indeed have that right foot down. All right, so Reynolds with the catch. And the challenge from Lance Taylor costs Western Michigan. 6-0 Miami inside the 11-minute mark, and now what?
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 10 minutes and 23 seconds. 10:23. Game clock will start on the snap.
That gentleman you hear eloquently giving us decisions.
10:23. 1023. Thank you.
Williams, our game referee today, the gentleman in the white hat. He's been busy, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Last few minutes. Up at a 32-yard line now for quarterback DeQuan Finn, the 60-year senior. Finn back to the ground game with top running back Jordan Brunson. Look at Brunson. Will lower those pads, stay alive, and Brunson is going to be spotted down at the 38-yard line. So give him 6, bring up 2nd and 4.
That was a good downhill run too. He found that crease and blocked that well. He slipped right through there, Brunson. Look at his last 3 games, averaging 89 yards a game.
Yeah, Chuck Martin was very, very pleased with the ground game in general, and Jordan Brunson with that career high last week, as they put 44 points on the board in that win right here over Eastern Michigan. Pressure will force Finn out of the pocket, and Quan will angle his way out of bounds. I think they're going to spot him at the 38-yard line.
That's the veteranism that you're going to get with a quarterback like Finn. That was man-to-man coverage. No one was open, and he survived the down. You see a lot of younger quarterbacks force the ball, not understanding that if you eat it, you get what you can get. Now it's still 3rd and 4, 5, and you got a chance to move the sticks.
Yeah, it keeps you in an advantageous position, right? We're not getting way behind the sticks. Well, as Marcus said, this is 3rd down and 4 now from the 38-yard line. That line to make at the 42 for DeQuan Finn in Miami. Finn gonna throw that quick in route. That is caught. 1st down. Miami is making that tough catch again. That's Cole Weaver. As we said, the first, Finn looks like he has got a lot of confidence in Cole Weaver throwing him the football in tight windows.
Yeah, and Finn actually checked to this. He called an audible once he saw the coverage. If you saw, he dropped to his knee, threw an X up, and that was double slants right there. Weaver did a fine job running that route. And Finn, he's defeating tight coverage, so it's not like these guys are wide open.
Yeah, so again, we've seen this a lot today. The 4 wide receivers in a 2-by-2 look on each side of the formation for DeQuan Finn. Jordan Brunson, the running back. Finn will step up. That tough catch made again near the boundary by Cole Weaver. So Finn pulled off and went to his 2nd, I don't know, maybe 3rd read there for Cole Weaver.
Yeah, that was a check down pass. He went from left to right as he scanned the field. I tell you right now, Miami's game plan versus a pretty good Western defense. I mean, tip your cap right now. This man's having a day so far, 5 for 57, but the way they're running to attack this offensive scheme right now, I think they have Western's number a little bit.
Keep an eye on that as we go forward. Cole Weaver, that excellent size. The young man from Georgia. Now Finn's going to load it up, take a deep shot. Too much air into the football there as he was looking at Cam Perry. Perry was in coverage, and real good coverage, by the way, from Western Michigan.
Well, that's the big play guy, Cam Perry, averaging 29 per catch. You see Tate Halleck back there. I mean, he's playing cover 2 safety, and he gets in phase, meaning he's hip to hip, stride for stride, and big-time playmaker, man, transfer out of Michigan State, graduate guy. He's a very productive heads-up player.
And one of the largest safeties you're going to find, about 6'5", 215 pounds, Tate Halleck. That man from Grand Rapids in the Wolverine State. Now back to that zone read on the ground and on that carry again. It's Josh Ringer, 3rd carry of the afternoon for Ringer. Again, if you redshirt freshman, starting to play his way into getting reps in this running back room.
Yeah, you see Tucker making a big stop to force a punt situation here. Otherwise, that's another 1st down for Miami. I mean, last week they possessed the ball 42 minutes against Eastern Michigan, so that's how they keep offenses off the field. You know what I like about Tucker, though? They talk about his pass rushing. He has 8.5 sacks, but he plays the run extremely well, too.
Sure, yeah. So booting this football away again for Miami. Pierce Stateman, that'll be fair, caught.
Timeout.
Catch from Western Michigan, and they will start. Welcome back. As head coach Lance Taylor of Western Michigan, the squad down 6-0 earlier this week. Lance Taylor was telling everybody about how things are evolving for his Western Michigan football team after the 0-3 start.
Yeah, he's finally getting that buy-in from the players.
We'll get with that in just a moment.
Sometimes when the
Lance
results
Taylor
aren't there, or we don't get the outcome that we want, everybody wants to throw stones. I'm really proud of this group of players and this group of coaches. The effort, we are so much further along in year 3 than we have been. I can see that. I hope our fans can see that. We're really close.
So Lance Taylor certainly singing the praises of his football team. They are close, and they responded. They go 0-3, and now they've ripped off the 4 straight wins, and just started with that big one over the Toledo Rockets in Kalamazoo to get this roll going.
Yeah, he's finally getting that buy-in and getting his players to believe. And when you get results, they won that real tight game against Toledo, and they've been on a tear ever since.
Lolo Mataele got 5 yards on that carry. That ball should have been caught, as Brock Lowry threw that out route and not able to haul that in for Western Michigan, as the throw was intended for.
It's a big 3rd and 5 here, man. I really think Western Michigan needs to work the hashes maybe a little bit more on these linebackers. Miami's defense is very active. They're good at what they do. They don't get cute. They just execute.
Red Hawks D has been very stingy today, and here they come, sending a couple extra. Lowry takes a deep shot, and that's hauled in. Lowry made an outstanding throw as he put that on. Is that Avion Chenault? It is. Chenault made that catch. The freshman out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Now, here's the deal. Last week, Eastern Michigan hit that play 3 times. That's called a slot fade. When you get one-on-one with nickelbacks and safeties covering big-time receivers, there's a lot of grass there. So just understand, Eastern Michigan ran that play, and they had a lot of success, the slot fade. So take a look at the true freshman.
Good for 45 yards. Now Lowry with a lot of time. Going to load it up deep again. Here it is, caught. Talik Williams, 43-yard touchdown throw. Oh, how about Brock Lowry? 45 on the previous play. Comes back with 43 more to hit the TD to Talik Williams.
I'll tell you what, just take a look here. Watch the play action. Sets up. That's called a cross-country route where you get 2 deep overs. You get safeties biting on the one in front, giving up the big one. Eastern Michigan also hit a play like that similar. It was their first touchdown. They ran a deep post route. When you're playing, I used to play safety, Mike.
I know you did.
That's the scariest thing. Is
all Big Ten variety.
when you're playing that, you have to stay deep as the deepest, and you can't get caught up with the eye candy.
Whether it was caught up with the eye candy or not, if it was just Brock Lowry making 2 exceptional throws. The TD throw to Talik Williams has, look at a route 2 from Williams. And in one play, Western Michigan Bronco fan, oh, you gotta love those couple of big throws from Brock Lowry. There's the first, and then the very next snap, Lowry found Talik Williams in the house, Marcus Ray.
I'm talking about the deep over route. You know, I was just telling you, Mike, that's an NFL concept. And this man here has been throwing the ball a lot better than people think. He runs it like with the best of them. They run triple option. Tip your cap to Walt Bell, the offensive coordinator, for saying, let's take a shot and test this defense, because last week Eastern had a lot of success in the air with big plays, and when you get a secondary that's giving up, make them earn their scholarship. Hey, check their chin, Mike. In a heavyweight fight, you got to check that chin, man.
I hear you. Heard that a million times or so, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see how Miami responds now. I mean, they had a couple of drives they put together, couldn't get in the end zone, but got points on the board. And just like that, it takes 2 big throws, and now they're playing from behind, albeit by just 1.
Well, you know, Chuck Martin told us that he felt like he could have really kicked the door open in the first half against Eastern.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But because they gave up some plays, they found themselves only up 7.
Right.
And then Eastern was in a scoring position before they created a turnover. So now I think he looks at it the same way. Ball control, you look up, you're in control of the game, and now you find yourself down 1.
And as we said, they were running the ball last week against Eastern just tremendously. 295 yards on the afternoon. So that became the method of operation. And right back to the ground game with Jordan Brunson. Brunson with speed in open space. Oh, how well did Miami block that on the left edge to spring Brunson for 45 yards.
Oh, that's a great job. They ran it right in what's called the big bubble. You'll see Tucker, he got a little too wide off the right side there. The linebacker, Camden, he just couldn't find the football. He was supposed to scrape around to that gap, and he got caught with his feet in cement and didn't understand where to fit on the run.
One play, and has Miami on the move again on that 46-yard burst from Jordan Brunson. 4 wide receivers again with Josh Ringer, the one back for Daquan Finn. Play clock at 2. Snapped it as it was hitting 0. Finn going to take a shot. Contact. No flags. The Miami crowd, you hear them as they were trying to get Keith Reynolds in open space. But Joshua Franklin would have none of it. That corner with excellent coverage. You know, if Franklin keeps running, he intercepts his ball. Right there, he's in phase. And if he would have kept running on the slot fade, he would have turned into the wide receiver. So you're seeing a lot of the slot receivers running up the field and hitting the sideline, because there's a lot of grass in between that hash and the sideline. Ringer, the one back on the left of Daquan Finn. Quick play fake. He'll gun that out to Cole Weaver. Weaver with yet another grab, and that's another first down for Miami. They got 11 on that out route to Cole Weaver. Well, Cole is a big body guy, 6'3", 220 pounds. They're taking that grass to the boundary, like now. Going quickly with another quick shot to Cam Perry. So back-to-back throws, Marcus, you just said, to the boundary. And Daquan Finn just hit them both. And it's red zone time now for Miami. Well, I think this has been the difference for Miami is they set up for 2 field goals instead of getting those touchdowns. They got a lot of touchdowns last week when they were in this area. They have picked up the pacing here on this offensive drive. 4 receivers again. Finn looking to throw. Oh, almost got picked off as making a move on that football was Micah Davis. There you see Davis. Davis was the closest player to the football, the DB of Western. Oh, he's playing that quarters coverage. That's just cover 4. He sat down on the route. Explain what you mean by cover 4. Yeah, cover 4 is you got 4 guys deep, one on the numbers, the hash, and the numbers. It's just like, you know, breaking the field into fractions. And that time he was isolated on that slot receiver. Let's not forget, Micah Davis, a transfer from Michigan, man. I mean, that's right, yep. He's been playing well. Yeah, Micah Davis started his career, young man from Dexter, Michigan, not too far from the big house. Started his career as a Michigan Wolverine. Chuck Martin wants a timeout as that play clock again was getting short.
Their first charge timeout of the first half. Again, this will be a 30-second timeout.
After getting hit by that Brock Lowry howitzer on that tremendous touchdown throw to Talik Williams, how important is this a drive for Miami?
I think it's very important. Even if they settle for a field goal, you still take the lead back. But I think right now, what Miami is talking about is some type of design quarterback run for DeQuan Finn. I mean, their offense has been a lot more efficient when he's finding open guys. But when they're not open, now he's taking off running. And I just think right here, I don't know if it's a design run play, but they're going to have something where his legs are going to be a factor.
Sure, yeah. Well, and we know that young man there that wears the #1 started his career as a Toledo Rocket, then became a Baylor Bear for a year, and now back in the Mid-American Conference. And Chuck Martin said, we welcome you to Oxford, Ohio, to be our quarterback, DeQuan Finn. He's played very well this year. Finn. Now there's your straight quarterback draw. And Finn got taken down, though. That was an excellent play. Was that Marcel Tyler? Big Marcel? It was. Marcel Tyler, 270-pound, fifth-year senior Marcus Ray on that takedown of DeQuan Finn.
Yeah, that time they were running a flare check quarterback draw. And if you like, that's why you saw the running back exit the backfield. So Finn had the option to throw it outside or run the ball, depending on what the linebackers did. That time he kept it.
Dom Jobin, left hash. This will be from 30 yards to give the lead back to the Miami Redhawks. One of the most accurate kickers in all of college football. 3 for 3 on the afternoon is Dom Jobin. He is 11 of 13 on the year. And his 9 points off that right leg, a very dynamic right leg, has Miami back on top.
Yeah, 3 is better than none. I'll tell you, in the NFL, they use a slogan, Mike. They say, get the 3. Get the 3, get the 3. Get the 7, cool. But in a tight game like this, take the field goal, tip your cap to Western's defense for not giving up a touchdown there, because this game, with Miami scoring touchdowns, as you see, season summary for Miami, a 4-game win streak, 4-3 overall. This is what conference championship game feels like. This has a conference championship feel to it, right?
No question. No question. Marcus and I, each week we talk to not only the head coach, but the coordinators of each football team. And, it had this feel all week long that, yeah, it may still be just the last week of October, but it's got one of those late November feels about it with so much on the line.
Yeah, because there's a lot of football left to be played, but the winner of this one is in sole possession of first place. Mike.
Yes, sir. So the 3 field goals from Dom Jobin has counteracted that big play TD from Brock Lowry to Talik Williams. And now on this return, Miles has busted out. Miles going to get tracked down, but not before that return puts Western Michigan in outstanding field position. Boy, how about this opportunity and kick return game that Devin Miles is giving Western Michigan.
Miles did a fine job with some patience there. He didn't run up in the trash. What he did was he waited until that left side opened up. Great blocking, poor tackling by Miami, but I tell you what, that's why you run to the ball. I mean, that could have been a touchdown. That's why you play to the end of the play, Mike.
Yep, no doubt.
Give me a place to stand.
How about the big plays of late? Brock Lowry, the 2 throws, a big touchdown throw to Talik Williams, and now the Miles kickoff return. Lowry going to deliver that throw toward the boundary. Only going to get a couple as he hit Talik Williams, the young man who caught that big-time touchdown throw the last possession.
That was a nice tackle.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
All right. Brock Lowry has got Western Michigan on the move. Can they retake the lead on this drive? 2 minutes left in the first. Back inside Yager Stadium, here's a look at how the Western Michigan possessions have resulted. And yeah, a little bit of everything for Lance Taylor's football team. But that man, that outstanding wide receiver, Talik Williams, that terrific touchdown grab. And now Western Michigan looking for more. Lowry trying to get to that edge and just threw it away. Lowry was under duress as coming up to give him a lot of problems, and that Miami defense was, is that by Job? It was Job, the defensive lineman.
Yeah, that was great discipline, and that was a glorified bootleg pass. I tell you what, man, he kept his contained. Lowry didn't have anywhere to go with the field. Good coverage by the Red Hawk secondary.
So this pro-Miami Red Hawk crowd here at Yager Stadium is starting to make a lot of noise. This is 3rd and 9 from the 20. Going to go to the run game, trying to get to the edge. It depends on the spot. It depends on where that football is spotted, as Jordan Brunson was trying to get there. And would they spot him about a yard shy? Spotted him out, it looks like, at about the 12.
Oh, what a well-designed play. It's just a missed opportunity there by Handrew. Got to protect your neck over there, man. Things be happening on that sideline, I'll tell you.
Any doubt about Lance Taylor here on 4th and 2 from the 12?
Oh, 100% Brock Lowry run off the fake.
Yep.
A lot of lead. The running backs on the lead. Brock's going to keep it.
Crowd up and at it again. 4th out and maybe short 2, long 1, and this time it is Lance Taylor who is going to get the
Western Michigan
timeout with his Western Michigan
of the first half.
Offense.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Well, if you're Chuck Martin, number one, you tell your defense to watch the ball. You don't want that hard count, get to draw you off sides, okay? Secondly, you have to keep your, you have to have one of your safeties account for Brock Lowry in the option football. You can't have a guy in the end zone. If you're Western Michigan, Mike, they're going to line up. I think they're going to run, play fake it to Buckley. And I think
RPO concept, maybe?
No, it's going to be
or just a play fake.
Yeah, just a play fake.
Play fake.
But Buckley's going to become the lead blocker.
Gotcha.
And then Lowry keeps it.
I think Marcus is 2 for 2 on calling 4th downs today. So let's see if he stays perfect. Long 1. That line to makes right at the 11-yard line. Couple of running backs. Lowry on that straight speed option, and he got there. Got to the 10-yard line. Had the 2 running backs with straight speed option was the call from Lance Taylor.
Yeah, and I like the call. You pack everybody in the box, get that speed option going. That's just all effort. That's great blocking. Look at the lead blocking there. Missed tackle by Blakey. And I tell you what, they didn't run the play that I said, but they ran the quarterback.
You're right. I'm going to give that to you. Because the quarterback kept the football, just as you assumed he would. Lowry again. Quarterback draw. No play fakes there either. That's that straight quarterback draw, and he's inside the 5 near the 4-yard line.
I mean, this is Brock Lowry territory. I mean, Western Michigan right now, to go for it on 4th down and not take the field goal, they want 7 more. It's going to be a tough man contest. Miami has to maintain the run gap integrity on that D-line.
2nd and goal now for the 4-yard line. Lowry again shed a tackle, but he had stepped on that white boundary out of bounds. He's flying after Brock Lowry there. Is that front 7 of Miami?
Well, now it's time to just talk about what Lance Taylor told us about Brock Lowry. He used about 2 words. He's tough and he runs through people.
Yep.
I mean, this man wanted a live tackle and scrimmage where the quarterback's live to prove that he's the guy for the job.
Well, that football actually is closer to the 3-yard line than the 2. 3rd down. Couple of running backs with Lowry, and before that snap, it was Western Michigan.
Timeout.
That got
Western
the
Michigan.
timeout.
Their 3rd and final charge timeout of the first half.
Now that's your 3rd timeout, so that
game clock operator
expires the timeout possibilities for Lance Taylor here in the first half.
Thank you.
54 seconds left in the first half. Western Michigan trying to reclaim this lead here. They got down 6-0. Then, of course, had the big touchdown throw from Brock Lowry to Talik Williams. That then led to the ensuing Miami field goal to put the Red Hawks back on top.
Well, to me, this is interesting because if you don't get the first down, you have to line up fast.
Get the field goal team out, right?
Yeah, or
go for it, right?
Go for
Yeah,
it. But
okay.
that clock's not going to stop. So don't be surprised if Western passes the ball here.
Again, the two running backs, and the snap is not going to go to Lowry, but inside the 5 on the run. Touchdown, Western Michigan. That snap, again, went to Michael Brescia, who played quarterback at Colgate before he came to Western Michigan.
Watch the effort there. It's a good call by the official. Gets in the end zone just by design. They went wildcat.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. That play is under further review.
Yeah, they're going to review this. Now, Marcus, as we saw as it happened live, Brescia, his right leg hit the pylon. Where was the football when that leg hit? Well, watch this right here. Watch this right leg.
Does the ball cross right there, Mike? I think it crosses right there.
Then the right leg hit the pylon.
Yeah. Yeah, that right leg hits the pylon. I think the ball crosses the line there. What a great call off the timeout. I mean, you know, this is situational football where you spend a lot of time in practice and you say, let's run this, let's run that, let's run this. But to switch it up like that, nice job by our crew, slow-mo on that. Just watch where that ball crossing that line right there before, as the knee hits the pylon and the foot goes out of bounds. Brescia's a big boy now, 6'2", 242.
Yeah, great size. Started his career at Colgate as a quarterback.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
So the Western Michigan drive as they go to one of the backup tight ends, Michael Brescia, who started his career again at Colgate as a quarterback. And that touchdown run has got Western Michigan back on top for the second time today. Adding the PAT, Palmer Domsky. And Western Michigan has bumped their lead up to 5 at 14-9 with only 49 ticks left in this first half. Trailed 6-0. Touchdown for the lead. Trailed 9-6. Or 9-7, touchdown for the lead. Twice today, Western Michigan on drives after they'd fallen behind.
Well, I think the most impressive thing was that they were able to flip the field on that kickoff return. And then you watch them just ground and pound and go for it on fourth down. I told you, this game has a championship feel because whoever wins this game, if you look at the scoring drive, there's 7 plays, 21 yards. The play calling for Western, I thought was dynamic. With the speed option on fourth down, switched it up, got a little wildcat with Brescia. And give this offensive line some credit because they're in there scratching and clawing, and I think they're winning that battle right now.
Yeah, they've put together, as we said, a couple of TD drives. Of course, that's something Lance Taylor was telling us. He feels very good about the continuing progression of his offensive line. And made some moves there that we'll tell you about in terms of personnel. Now from the 8-yard line on this Miami return. Good return out over the 30-yard line. That again was Lionel Billups-Williams, one of the wide receivers and kick returners on this squad. So let's see now, Marcus. We're talking about, 43 seconds left. Pretty good field position. Their own 32-yard line for Daquan Finn. And Miami does have 2 timeouts available to them.
Yeah, they're going to work the sidelines here. Take that grass that you see that's in front of the defensive backs.
Again, 4 wide receivers in a 2-by-2 look. Finn. Get out of the pocket, and he's going to throw the football away. There was nothing there that DeQuan Finn liked in terms of passing windows, and threw it away.
Well, you saw Western Michigan, they're lining up in their long yardage defense, and they're rushing 4. The linebackers are actually walking outside of the box, and they're playing with 3 safeties. Very, very tough to throw the ball short and underneath. Those linebackers widen out.
Well, this time it's a 3-by-1 receiver look. Top of your screen with the 3 wide receivers. Finn going to spin out of trouble. His throw was a little bit behind and off the hands of Cam Perry. So this is going to bring up 3rd down now, and a long 3rd and 10.
Now watch how Dane Tucker went inside with the defensive tackle wrapped around. Very catchable ball. Perry hasn't had a big day, but that was a designed stunt. You saw Tyson Lee wrap around because they knew Finn was going to leave the pocket. So they're just turning Dane Tucker loose, number 11, to the bottom of your screen. He's going after the quarterback, and then the defensive tackles are trying to spy on Finn.
Yeah, big snap here for Miami. Trailing by 5 at 14-9 with only 30 ticks left, and all kinds of premature movement from both sides of the line of scrimmage, and we'll see. Probably going to be false start, Miami.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
They got right tackle Drew Terrell on that Miami false start. Makes it a little bit tougher now at 3rd and 15. Stay with the 4 wide receivers in this Miami scheme. Again, 3-by-1, the 3 at the top of your screen. Finn trying to use the legs. DeQuan Finn, excellent job at staying home from Western Michigan, as the Broncos were not fooled as Finn came out of that pocket.
Tell you what, that's a great series right there for Western defensively.
And you see the 2 football teams heading to the respective locker rooms. We got 30 minutes in the books.
That is the end of the second quarter.
A couple of touchdowns from Western Michigan. And last one on that deep throw from Brock Lowry to Leak Williams right here gives Western Michigan the 14-9 lead. Halftime roll starts for you right now on ESPN. Always love coming to the beauty and the campus wonderment of Miami University here in Oxford, Ohio, one of the legendary campuses and football venues in all of college football. As we get set to bring this one to you today, Western Michigan and Miami. Now, coming up beginning this week, Marcus, we have midweek action that has become such a staple of the entire college football world, Tuesday and Wednesday nights through November. And as we know, the month of November of late in the Mid-American Conference is where championship wants, dreams, and desires are built.
You have to win on the road, and you have to win close games. And I'll tell you what, man, this conference every year, you just never know until that final week.
Yeah, no question about it. 16 total midweek MAC matchups. And, I mean, the one we're doing today with Western Michigan here against Miami's Redhawks, featuring two undefeated teams in the MAC. But those two for sure. Who else do you throw into the mix that can possibly win a Mid-American Conference championship? Toledo still or no?
Well, they have those two losses, maybe. I think Buffalo. Keep an eye on Buffalo.
Sure.
Ohio still may have a say as well. Those would be my top four.
Yeah, okay, we're getting into it. Like we said, you know, September and October, the window dressing, but you have to win in November to be where you want to be in the Mid-American Conference. So go away, Marcus, and I'll be back with more halftime when we come back. Real good one going on for the first 30 minutes of football, but that's exactly what we expected. Western Michigan on the road here at Yager Stadium and have a 14-9 lead over the Miami Redhawks. Michael Regai with Marcus Ray and all of our Mid-American Conference crew. All right, let's take a look at what's going on around the MAC today. A couple of finals. How about Kent State, Marcus?
Oh, they pulled that one off, man. And Eastern Michigan was on top of Ohio. It's just that time of year where these games are going to be closer. A lot more experience, more tape. Akron pulled off one out there at Buffalo.
Big win for Joe Moorhead and his crew, huh?
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, Ball State Northern locked up. They're locking horns. So just around the MAC, man, these type of games are going to happen.
Central Michigan may be looking to finish real strong here going into the month of November with a 17-point lead on UMass. And right here, of course, it's Western Michigan on top of Miami. There you see it at 14-9. All right, we'll take a look how the first half unfolded when we get you back to Yager Stadium in Oxford, Ohio. Back inside Yager Stadium here on ESPN. Real good first 30 minutes of football, huh? As the Miami Redhawks, well, they knew that Western Michigan was going to give them all that they could handle here in their home backyard, and that they have a 14-9 Western Michigan lead with a couple of touchdown throws. Big touchdown throws we'll show you here in a second. Michael Regai with my partner Marcus Ray, and again, the 3 Miami drives with points end in field goal makes, while Western Michigan uses big plays to put 2 TDs on the board.
Yeah, that's been the difference. That's been the difference, I think, in the first half. Both teams had really good game plans. Western started off a little slow. Miami didn't really take advantage of it, but then they start making big plays, kickoff returns, things like that. We'll take a look here and we'll show you. But the thing is, I think it's going to come down to turnovers and red zone plays. Western comes out here throwing a slot fade to the true freshman, Chenault. That's what really got their offense going. Then they come right back on the next play, little play action. They're going to hit Williams on a deep, deep over route. We'll show you another angle. Watch how Williams, he's going to fake like he's going in, up, and right back out, and then the defensive back lost sight of him. So that's a well-designed play, Mike.
And Marcus, those came on back-to-back snaps for Brock Lowry in Western Michigan.
And then you look up, there's the big kickoff return that led to the next touchdown there. Miami just fell asleep, poor tackling, and Western Michigan now has all the momentum. They go to the Wildcat. You'll see Brescia, the former quarterback, playing tight end. He gets in the end zone and punches it in there. They had to take a look at that one, but he scored. Yeah, that late dive that got him, as you saw, that pylon moving that signifies in the end zone touchdown. Marcus, take a look at the numbers. The rush yards pretty even. Not a lot to him. I mean, Miami's thrown for the $142, but again, the 2 big pass plays have kept Western Michigan with not only an opportunity to hang, but to take this lead at halftime. Yeah, the time of possession, Miami, they're dominating that, but they're struggling on third downs, and they just have been settling for field goals. They can't punch it in. I think the score could be somewhere around 17-17, but Western's defense has stepped up without having any sacks yet. What's Chuck Martin saying to his offense about finishing here in the second half? They're going to have to finish drives. Probably have to run the ball a little bit better and take a couple shots. Certainly agree with that. Marcus and I will be talking all about it as Western Michigan on the road with this 14-9 lead over Miami. Second half coming up next.
You're watching the Mid-American Conference on ESPN. What a fall Saturday it is here in Oxford, Ohio. State Street alive and vibrant as always. DeQuan Finn, he's hoping his Miami Redhawks offense does that, gets alive and vibrant in the second half. Western Michigan with those couple of touchdown throws from quarterback Brock Lowry. Finn's opposite number has a 14-9 lead, and Western Michigan will get the football to start this second half. Michael Regai with Marcus Ray. Partner, what are you looking for specifically in the second half?
Well, I'm looking for Western Michigan to try to ground and pound this thing and keep Miami off the field. I'm looking for Miami to get back to throwing those seam routes and moving the football. I want to see what they come up with in the red zone if they get back down in that area to try to get touchdowns instead of field goals.
So Marcus calling for maybe heavy doses of Jalen Buckley, a talented Western Michigan running back from about 3 yards deep and coming out. Maybe ill-advised concept there from Devin Miles as he got taken down as that Miami Redhawks kickoff cover team got all over that.
Yeah, that's U-line, a backup linebacker fighting off a block, making good contact there, playing with some emotion. Quite sure Chuck Martin went in there and gave him a earful about playing intensity and more intensity than being physical.
Coach Martin? He would do that? Yeah. As you take a look at Brock Lowry, real good day, but the two big ones have accounted for about 75% of those 108 passing yards. They go to that misdirection look there, and that is the football given to Christian Leary. And first time Larry's got the football today. Doesn't see it a lot. Only with a couple of carries on the year, but got taken down there. That's Corbin Andrew again on the end.
Yeah, he plays sideline to sideline. That's a good tackle there by Andrew. Give this Miami defensive line a ton of credit. They're not the type of guys that are going to make a lot of plays because they're getting double teamed all day.
Stay in the ground game. Lowry's got nowhere to go. How about staying home, Marcus? Tremendous job by Adam Trick. Trick was not fooled, stayed home, and made it tough for running room for Lowry.
Yeah, he's a redshirt junior. Just take a look at 20 right there. It's called a squat and squeeze technique. He was the read man for Lowry, and when the read man doesn't take the bait with the running back, it's hard for the quarterback to get away.
From the 11-yard line and backed up a little bit. First two snaps have garnered a -2. So this is 3rd and 12 for Lowry, and they're going to stay in the ground. And punt time coming up as Jalen Buckley got rocked. So the first 3 carries of the football got 2 yards for Western Michigan, and they got to punt it away.
Yeah, that young man right there is fired up. Malcolm McCain, man, he's been coming on a lot lately. Redshirt sophomore linebacker. He flies around. And what a series from Miami defensively coming out of the halftime. See, they're playing with a lot more juice, a lot more vigor. Western Michigan, hey, they want to play to their defense too, so it could be a defensive battle here.
Lionel Billups Williams, the deep man for Miami. Ooh, hanging this high. Hitting a real good one to drive Williams back to the 30-yard line, and he got put down right away. Very impressive are all the various kick squads for Western Michigan today. As in on that hit, on that punt takedown, was Jaden Lyles, one of the defensive backfield players for Western Michigan.
That was a great tackle there, man. I mean, when you get a long punt and no returns, if you take a look at Finn's numbers, it's really hard, man. I mean, those cover teams did a great job for both of them.
What are you expected to see on this first series from Chuck Martin's squad here?
You're going to get back to running some RPO, inside zone, maybe quarterback pull.
All right, we'll keep tabs on that. Marcus is running 3 for 3 today in his assessment of how series are going to go. Look at the pile push as Jalen Buckley, that hard running. Excuse me, Jordan Brunson. Jordan Brunson on that carry.
That's 6, though. You had that right.
Yeah. No, just was thinking about Jalen Buckley and what he's done today. Yeah, the 2 number 6s are pretty good tailbacks, running backs in this conference, aren't they?
Yeah, downhill, man. And Brunson had that big run in the first half to set up that other field goal.
And Jordan Brunson for Miami, Jalen Buckley for Western Michigan. Brunson just got 6, second down and 4 now. Just underway here in quarter number 3 on this Miami possession. Finn's going to take a shot. Trying to make that one-handed grab was Cole Weaver. Well, Weaver has had some battles here, hasn't he, today?
For an injury to a player on defense.
But that time Finn checked to the deep ball. He liked to match up. Sims in coverage. Nice job playing the hand. And Weaver almost one-handed that puppy. I tell you right now, I was just waiting for him when Miami was wanting to go to a shot downfield, especially in that press coverage.
Yeah, so it brings up 3rd and 4 now as Finn was looking to hook up with Javarius Sims. And it was, he was looking to hook up with Cam Perry with excellent coverage off the corner from Western Michigan. 3rd down and 4 for Daquan Finn. 3 wide receivers and the 1 back here. Finn wants to put it up. Going to deliver the out. That should have been and almost picked off. It was close to being intercepted, and if Western Michigan's Terrence Marshall didn't lose his footing, Marcus, he's probably got the INT.
Watch 11, Dame Tucker, the prime time pass rusher. He dropped off that time in coverage in his own blitz, and Finn didn't realize that 11. Tucker was going to be out there waiting on it. That's a missed opportunity, but Tucker's going to play in the National Football League. He'll be a 3-4 outside backer where he can rush and cover and drop into space, and you saw it there.
He's already had a special game today as Dame Tucker. Well, Miami's got to boot that away. And for the Red Hawks, hanging that high is Pierce Stainton. And Western Michigan playing just extraordinary well defensively. Well, this Western Michigan defensive unit has been ultra strong here today. Chris O'Leary, the coordinator, and of course, Dame Tucker, always a large part of it. The defensive end, Marcus, he is just omnipresent, whether it's against the run, against the pass, his ability to get after the quarterback. Excellent, excellent D end.
Yeah, he dropped in coverage that time. He was watching that iPad trying to figure out what happened.
So back to the offense. Brock Lowry will gun that throw outside the numbers. Lowry's throw was hauled in, and making that catch to Williams, and that'll give him 5. Was Williams, the more diminutive receiver at 5'9", $177. Young man that started his career at Georgia State. Got 5. 2nd and 5. Speed option. Lowry now with that late pitch. Miami got after it well. That late pitch was to Lolo Matele.
Yeah, but you'll take a look here and see they're getting that. See, Adam Trick got turned right there. That's a great block by the big fella Schuster. It's good tackle in space, but that speed option is tough because somebody has to get that quarterback, and then you have to stay in pitch phase.
So Lolo Matele, the 210-pound junior, wears that number 24, offset to the right of Brock Lowry. Lowry is going to keep the football. Let's see. Looks like he got there. The line to make was the 29, and they're going to move the sticks. Lowry picked up the first down to keep this possession rolling for Western Michigan, who owns this 5-point lead.
Yeah, they're 41% on 3rd downs, and a lot of the time they're in 3rd and short because they don't lose on 1st down. You got a quarterback who'll stick his nose in there and put his face in the fan and get grind out a yard or 2. You just keep churning out 1st downs.
Good look there at the 5th-year senior out of nearby Cincinnati, Lakota West. Jackson Kuwach began his career at Ohio State. He'll stay with the ground game. Couple of tough yards off that right side on that carry. That was Lolo Mattel. Adam Trick made the hit. 2nd down and 8.
It's a nice job by Trick staying in his gap, using his hands, fighting off blocks.
Western Michigan, they've used big plays today to put their 14 points on the board. Lowry's throw delivered a strike that's going to move the sticks for the 1st down as Lowry hooked up with Balin Brooks. Good size, 6'1", 210, the redshirt sophomore.
Watch this route, stepping on the defensive back's toes, running a comeback route. Good coverage there by Yarbrough. It's just a matter of being able to come out of your break and just the timing of that play. Well designed. Brock running that bootleg pass, timing it up with the comeback route.
Western Michigan has been able to put drives together now here. And again, after the big plays for the touchdowns, pressure, Lowry's throw was too tall as he was looking for Avion Chenault. That's going to bring up now 2nd down. Pressure here on Lowry.
Yeah, that's a good blitz, a delayed blitz. You see taking a hit from Hondrew. Lowry actually pumped to the field, pump faked, and got that defense to shift a little bit. Then he overshot his man, Chenault.
And do you feel like Western Michigan, Miami's going to have to start taking some more, sending extra pass rushers on this man, Brock Lowry? Is he on what was a 2nd and 10? I don't know. He might have got there depending on another spot. He did. He kept the football, but they're going to put him down about. Are they going to mark this football? They've moved it a couple different directions. Lowry took a pretty good shot there, didn't he?
Yeah, he got sandwiched. And what they're starting to do is call 2 plays in 1. So they have something on the perimeter. Let's take a look at Lance Taylor there. What they're doing is running like some type of quick screen on the outside and then quarterback run up the middle. It's pretty tough to defend.
Lowry did get 9. Again, Miami put 7 in the box. I don't think Lowry got there as Miami with that 7 in the box. They got after Brock Lowry and put him down. That looked like it was Jackson Kuwach. Marcus?
Yeah, that time Miami blitzed. Young fella Kuwach.
And you got I'm going to make you Lance Taylor here now. You got the lead by 5 points. You're just inside Miami territory, and this is 4th and 1. He's got his offense on the football field right now, but he's letting that play clock run out here.
Yeah, you take a delay of game here so you get a little more room to punt the football.
And now, yeah, the punt team will head out. So Miami got their stop.
Western Michigan. That's their first sharp timeout of the second half. This will be a media timeout.
All right, we'll take this timeout with Lance Taylor and his Western Michigan Broncos. They got a 5-point lead, and good look at Lance Taylor, the very successful head football coach, the Western Michigan Broncos. At 4th and 1 here, Marcus, about the midway point in quarter number 4. They've been on a drive behind their quarterback, Brock Lowry. They're up by 5, and he's going to get that offense back on the football field.
I'll tell you what, man, they've been awfully aggressive on 4th down, and so far, as you see, going for it twice already, making one of them. When you have a defense
look
like
at Adam Trick there, huh?
Yeah.
4th and 1. Lowry first down as they went to their 210-pound power back, as that's Jalen Buckley. And Buckley picked up that first down to move the sticks.
Yeah, Buckley's been kind of dinged up the last couple of weeks as he checks out of the game. Still a very big-time, powerful running back. In that Ball State game, he took a couple of shots. That's a good job of that left side of the offensive line, man. Blocking downhill, getting that first down.
How about Western Michigan? Not only moving the sticks, but of course, this is now a rapidly moving third quarter. Again, that speed option and keeping the football is Brock Lowry, 210-pound redshirt sophomore. Kind of opened our eyes last week, Marcus, when he ran for 108 yards, over 8 a carry, and a touchdown, in addition to his throwing 2 TDs. So developing into now a very much multiverse quarterback for Lance Taylor.
Yeah, he's dual threat for sure. He's push it downfield. You saw that earlier. And he does it with his legs, too, especially in this option game.
2nd and 5, and they'll run out of the eye. Oh, that strong blocking in the middle, the interior of that offensive line. And it got Devin Miles a lot of space and moved the sticks again. And right now, this Western Michigan offensive line is controlling this football game.
Yeah, that's a great job there on the inside. The play should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage, but big fella, white neck. Dabo, those guys are blocking in between the center and the guard gaps. And creating run lanes.
Stay on the ground again with quarterback Brock Lowry. Second down and about 6 coming up now after Lowry got 4.
See, Western Michigan, their run versus pass, 29-12, Mike. This is what they want to do. I mean, Miami, Ohio won the time of possession battle in the first half, and now Western Michigan's trying to do the same thing.
2nd and 6 from the 25 of Miami. Stay with that ground game, and this time multiple red-shirted Redhawks are on top of that as they swarm to the football. Swarm to the football, and we're able to keep that gain just a couple of yards from Jalen Buckley. Well, this is now 3rd down, call it 5. The line to make is at the 19-yard line, and Miami really needs to hold Western Michigan to potentially 3 here, which keep it a 1-possession game. Now the throw incomplete. Miami's done that as Lowry missed that. He was trying to throw that out route, and it came up nowhere near Malik Dudon, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was great coverage by the Redhawks defense. Jumping that short route, that's what Lowry wanted. But the ball was already centered up. Take a look at Domsky's numbers on here.
Well, not a gimme by any means. This will be from 42 yards out near the right hash. Palmer Domsky. Plenty of leg, and Domsky is straight and true through the uprights.
Timeout.
Still a 1-possession game, but the lead now expands to 8 on the Domsky connection. 17-9 Western Michigan. What's Miami have? As the orchestrator of that last point-producing drive, for Western Michigan. That's the offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, has been with head coach Lance Taylor for a bit. It's a nice drive they put together. What I really like those bottom numbers. Time of possession, Marcus, almost 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's half a quarter by itself. And for an offense like Miami that's really struggling to get in the end zone, stay off the field that long, it's a good drive by Western to cap it off with some points.
Well, we said it on the last possession. Again, it's a one-possession game, only down 8. There's still 19 minutes left in this football game. But if you're Miami, and you want to see some positivity that ends in points here. Doesn't have to be a touchdown, but you like to see points. Non-returnable on that Western Michigan kickoff. So, Daquan Finn, let's kind of take a snapshot of his day. What have you seen in terms of Finn and how these series play out for him offensively?
I thought in the first quarter he came out red hot, throwing the ball down the field, attacking the hashes and those seam routes, understanding where to go with the football. And then I think Western made a couple of adjustments in their coverage, try to take that away and force Miami to run the ball. But I think Finn's going to have to use his legs a little bit more. He did a fine job getting out of the pocket and extending plays.
Yeah, they've gone with 3 and even 4 wide receivers quite a bit today. And now Finn will operate with running back Brunson. There's Finn again with a pirouette to stay alive. Daquan Finn. Well, I tell you what, he turned, Marcus, I don't know, probably ran in the neighborhood of 50 to 60 yards to pick up 4.
I tell you what, when you have Dame Tucker chasing you down like this, I mean, this is the nation's leading sack unit. And you just can't lose contain. But Finn is athletic enough to get himself out of trouble. And that's why this Miami offense always has a chance to make something happen.
Yeah, there you saw how Finn was under duress. Did get 4, so second down and 6. Finn going to put it up. Good throw. He delivered that football in the seam. It's been his favorite receiver today, no doubt about it. Has been Cole Weaver, and he put that between that 8 and 4 on Weaver. Move the sticks, first down, Miami.
Yeah, nice little spacing concept where you get 3 receivers to one side, find some grass, hiding behind those linebackers. Cole Weaver's been very, very productive today.
Been very special. Now it's Josh Ringer at the running back spot, offset to the right of Daquan Finn. After that first down throw. Play fake. His throw kind of led Cam Perry a little bit toward that boundary, forced him to dive. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
There's a little sprint out pass to try to get Finn on the perimeter, take advantage of the short area by the numbers that Western vacates a lot to the wide side of the field. They need to get that man Perry. The ball is a big, big play guy.
Remember this week, Chuck Martin told us he felt last week Daquan Finn played his best football game against Eastern Michigan. And decision-making was superb, according to his head coach, Chuck Martin. Play fake here. Pocket broke down. Again, Finn with his legs will veer out of bounds. We'll see where it's spotted, right around the 45-yard line. He got half of that 10. This is going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now. We're approaching 2 minutes rather quickly here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, Tucker, he's just chasing down Finn, and it's no fun, I'll tell you. His athleticism has prevented, I would say, about 5 or 6 sacks from this Western Michigan defense. It
has, and most specifically against a man he just avoided there. The Dame Tucker, who's been all over that Miami backfield. 3rd and 5 for Daquan Finn. All kinds of time. Now the pocket breaks down. Finn going to use the legs again. I don't think he got near picking up the first down. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And is this decision time for Chuck Martin near midfield? Decision made. Punt team coming out. Too early, right? Still a lot of football left.
Yeah, it's a lot of football. And I'll tell you this, Finn is getting outside of the pocket, but what's frustrating for him is his receivers aren't getting open. Western Michigan, they're stuck like glue to these Miami receivers in a scramble situation. That's why they're one of the top defenses in the country, as well as definitely in the MAC.
Pierce Staten, oh, he hit a good one. Hung this high. But it's going to take that big hop into the end zone. So Staten hit the big one, but couldn't keep it in the field of play. Western Michigan again gets Miami's offense off a football field. And their defense has been superb today as we take a look at the yards allowed, as you see in the MAC. And these are their last 4 football games. How about last week? 88 yards of total offense, partner?
Yeah, I actually worked that game. It was 2 weeks ago, and I think the bye week has helped my Western too. But I mean, kudos not giving up 300 yards. If you're giving less than 300 yards, and you're getting off the field, not giving up very many points, man. And I'll tell you, Mike, man, this is a big
incredible
series. Yeah, it's a big series. I think Miami, they had that 3 and out early. They got to get back to it.
Starting the ground game, and Miami only gave Jaden Buckley a couple there. Jalen Buckley, the 210-pound redshirt junior. Remember, 2 years ago, Jalen Buckley was a MAC Freshman of the Year in 2023. Talked about him with Lance Taylor. And what did little Coach Taylor tell us? He's a testament to everything that a leader should be on a football team.
Yeah, he does everything right.
Pressure coming there. That shallow crossing route is hauled in. Now, Miami was all in on Brock Lowry. He hung tough, and Lowry was able to hit his throw to Christian Leary. Third long, though, as that was a very short crossing route.
Yeah, you see 26. That's Eli Coppice, young man, playing that boundary safety, some nickelback. Really good athlete. The thing I like is he went a little lower so that he wouldn't get the helmet-to-helmet targeting type area. Nice stunt, delayed blitz by Miami, too.
Yeah, let's see if they come after him again. It looked like they might. We're down to 5 seconds left in the third quarter. And football's deflected in the air. It was deflected and almost then pulled in by Corbin Hondrew, the inside linebacker, who has been incredibly active today all around the football.
Yeah, right now Miami's just dialing it up, and Hondrew came free. He tipped that ball and tried to make a play. It's not what Western really wants to do is drop that pass. I think that favors Miami. That's a great stop, similar to what they did coming out of the locker room in the third quarter, getting Western out of whack offensively.
Western Michigan's got to punt the football away once again. Hanging that high and going to get out of the way as Miami kick return ran. Lionel Phillips Williams, and that expires quarter number 3. Oh, we've got a good fourth quarter coming your way. Don't go anywhere. Western Michigan with an 8-point, 17-9 lead. Miami with a foot. Chuck Martin and his Miami Redhawks are down by 8 here at home as we start this fourth quarter. Western Michigan has been terrific today, bringing their road capabilities to the forefront. Game summary: no 3 and outs in the first half, Marcus. There's their time of possession there in the third quarter. And of course, if you're Miami, you're down now by 8. Yes, still a 1-possession game, but look at that in the third quarter, just 28 yards.
Yeah, they haven't been out there very long.
Let's see what DeQuan Finn has. He's going to trigger that quick out immediately. He is going to hook up with certainly turning into his favorite receiver, Cole Weaver. That's 8 yards. So, they gave him 7. So, how about we call it second down and a long 2 here, with that line to make up just beyond the 39. Good hookup though from DeQuan Finn to Cole Weaver. Back to the ground game. First down. Miami is lowering those pads. Jordan Brunson got to the 40, so a couple of plays will move the sticks. Solid start to this first drive of the fourth quarter for DeQuan Finn in Miami.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on first down, so he's making a pre-snap read if he wants to throw it out there or just hand it off.
Play that zone read football. Boy, to see how long DeQuan Finn held that as he meshed with running back Jordan Brunson.
Yeah, it throws off the timing though for the linebackers. You don't know whether it's a give or a keep. You pull it at the last second.
So DeQuan Finn at the midfield stripe. Jordan Brunson, one of the top running backs that we have in the MAC, career high, $122 yards on the ground last week in the win over Eastern Michigan for Miami. We'll stay with that RPO approach. And again, that's a strong first down run. That's 6 again for Jordan Brunson on first down.
Yeah, I think running the ball is the answer for Miami. And then also, when the run isn't there, just pull and throw a quick hitch. You have to stay out of long yardage situations. So now if you get 5, 6, 7 yards on first down, you put that defense in a bind and get them on their heels.
6 more on that first down snap on the run from Jordan Brunson. He's offset to the right of DeQuan Finn. On second down and 4 for Miami. Stay with a good thing, right? Very close to that first down is Jordan Brunson again in the carry. Going to mark him probably about a yard shy. Needed to get to the 40. They're going to mark that at the 41.
When you run this style of offense where you're going to ball control, get first downs, being third or short, you have to get points. So now Miami, now that they're out on the field, they're sustaining this drive. How they're going to finish it is the question.
Have been run heavy here in the last couple of possessions. And that means Jordan Brunson to the right of DeQuan Finn. Brunson again. Broke a tackle, moved the sticks again, first down Miami. So it has been Brunson that has been moving the sticks and keeping Miami heading toward the end zone here on this drive.
I think this Miami offensive line is playing extremely well on this drive in particular, and I think Western's defensive line is wearing down from having to chase Finn so much throughout the whole game. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to win the battle of attrition in this run game.
The first down call. Now the play fake. Going to take that shot is DeQuan Finn. And then there's caught. What an extraordinary grab by Cam Perry. Wow, Marcus Ray. Perry elevated after 5 straight runs, and look at the catch.
Yeah, he's going against a true freshman who actually was in position. John Peters, great cover man. But that's what Cam Perry does, is get 30 yards every time he catches it.
It's a 36-yard hookup from DeQuan Finn. They gonna look at this now?
The ruling on the field is a completed pass. That play is under further review.
They are indeed going to look at what currently is in the books As a 36-yard completion from DeQuan Finn to 5'9", but oh so talented Cam Perry.
Yeah, he's a big play guy. Let's take a look and see if he had possession.
Wow, it's going to be difficult. How many steps he taking? One.
So he's in bounds. Does he have Oh, that's a catch. That ball never left his
It would
hand.
appear to be, wouldn't it, partner?
Yeah, right there.
I mean, from the time that football, he went into the position of bringing that in, he took 3 strides. 1, 2.
Yeah, they're trying to see if he had possession as he went out of bounds. If he bobbled it or not. No, that ball stuck on his hands.
It's going to be a big call here. I don't think it should take that long. We don't think it should take that long. We thought that this was a completed catch. But we'll see.
That's the thing. When you start playing that man-to-man, or Miami's running the ball well.
Yeah.
What that does is forces another hat to get in the box. Then you're going to play some man-to-man. Perry normally plays in the slot. That time they put him on the outside. Got a veteran quarterback like Finn. He saw that matchup and went up top.
Yep, he did. Right now, the football is spotted at the 3-yard line. If that stands, that is being reviewed, that previous play. DeQuan Finn and Cam Perry are going to have a 36-yard hookup. There's Perry, a young man from Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, they're taking a long look at this, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Got to get it right.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First and goal, Miami.
Large round of applause from this pro Yager Stadium Miami Redhawks fan base. Take a look at it again.
Way to go up top, catch it at the highest point. Took 3 steps in bounds, maintained possession, held it up in the air like a big dog. What a catch.
And camera operators, tape room, outstanding. Excellent work today here at Yager Stadium. All of you been terrific. Brunson, nothing there. Brunson got hit and taken down, and that was linebacker Seifa Saipuia, the junior out of Fort Collins, Colorado, the 5th-year player.
Yeah,
I take that back. 5th-year senior.
Yeah, he's made a lot of plays. I mean, he was at Ferris State, won a couple national titles, joins Western Michigan staff. I mean, their roster, very productive. He's downhill, makes a lot of plays. He's tough in between those tackles. He plays sideline to sideline, too.
He does. Elite defender. A Miami touchdown here. Like that will bring them back to within 2. DeQuan Finn hit the touchdown throw. As a 3-yard TD throw. As Finn hooked up with Brian Shane, the walk-on. And now Chuck Martin looks like he's telling the offense, stay out there to try to tie this up with 10:31 left.
Yeah, that's just poor eye discipline on the back end. Western Michigan looking in the backfield, not keeping an eye on Shane. I tell you, Shane had a big day last week. 4 catches, 56 yards, touchdown. 3 of them came on one drive versus Eastern Michigan. And so he's been a very good addition and weapon.
When we were on the call this week, couldn't you just hear Chuck Martin smiling when we talked about Brian Shane through our conference call?
Timeout, Miami. Their first charge timeout of the second half.
So it's Miami with the first
timeout. This will be a
here.
media timeout.
So it's going to be the full timeout here. And we're going to take it with Chuck Martin. He's got the offense out, looking for a 2-point conversion to try to tie this up after the Finn touchdown. Chuck Martin and his offensive football team, Miami Redhawks, they turned around a very pedestrian third quarter with just those 28 yards of total O. 71 on this drive as DeQuan Finn hooked up with fifth-year senior tight end Brian Shane, and now they're going for 2. 3 wide receivers again. Josh Ringer behind Finn, trying to tie it up here. Finn went to Ringer. Did he get there? No signal yet. Western Michigan says no. No signal yet from the officials.
Is the runner is short of the goal line. The conversion is no good.
Western Michigan got the stop on the 2-point conversion.
Timeout.
As Josh Ringer didn't get that extra push to get in.
Yeah, he was down. What a stop.
Miami does get the touchdown on the Finn TD pass to Shane. 2-point game. Come on. Back inside Yager Stadium, the dynamic on this one pretty telling, huh, Marcus, as we take a look at the current MAC standings. Now this reflects the Buffalo 24-16 loss to Akron, their first loss in MAC play. Winner of this one will go to 4-0, stand alone at the top of the MAC here as we get close to heading into November.
Yeah, the stakes are high, man. The higher you climb that mountain, the harder it gets to breathe at the top.
The air gets a little thin, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Miami Redhawks got that TD drive that they needed. 10:31 left in this fourth and final quarter. Kellen McLaughlin, who's now handling the kickoff work for Chuck Martin's Miami squad, will boom this one to the 5-yard line. Miles on the return, another strong return, still alive. Oh, he's had a special day today as Western Michigan's Devin Miles in a return game.
Once again, same side too, different blocking scheme. Watch the caravan of white shirts you'll see leading that charge. Started up the field, got all the red shirts to jump inside. Got poor tackling right there, good effort to make the tackle down the field by Uline once again.
Well, when you start drives here, Marcus, when you just take a look at the numbers all around college football, your chances of putting points on the board go up exponentially here. When you start a drive at the 45, Lowry on that quarterback draw. He has run that very effectively today, and he's got 6 on that first down. Quarterback draw, straight draw, right? No play fakes to running backs.
No, he was looking downfield. He didn't like the quick pass, and that's called like stick draw. The quick pass, Mike, if it ain't there, you take it on up the middle and you read the linebackers.
All right, officially, they gave Brock Lowry 5, so 2nd and 5. Back to the ground game. Come up probably about a half-yard shy on that carry for Jalen Buckley. See that hard-running 215-pound junior out of Aurora, Illinois. And this is 3rd down, and call it about a half-yard.
I'll tell you what, man, both of these teams running the ball well in the second half versus each other, trying to ball control, trying to keep their defenses off the field.
Miami with 6 in the box. Lowry probably going to move the sticks. He did. That last late push takes him down near the 43-yard line, just inside the 44. 1st down, Western Michigan for that man, head coach Lance Taylor.
Miami they have to get a stop here. Try to save some of this field position and time of possession too for their offense.
2-point Western Michigan lead. That football went down. Football went out. Oh, that is going to cost Western Michigan there.
Well, it looks like here they were trying to run some type of reverse here with the handoff, and he was possibly going to hand it back off, coming back around to Williams, but
8-yard loss, Marcus.
It's huge.
I think a 1st and 10. You try to pull a slight gadget out. You look around. Now it's 2nd and 18.
Yeah.
Let's see what Brock Lowry and this offense can get done. They're going with 4 receivers here. Play clock at 2. Lowry on that misdirection throw. 3rd down and real long. Coming up now for Western Michigan. Well, football's near midfield, but 3rd and 18. I don't think you want. I know the lead's only a couple. I don't think you want Brock Lowry trying to force anything to pick up this 1st down here.
No, not at all. I don't think so. And if you do, you take a shot. It's a glorified punt. Hopefully you get a pass interference. But 2nd down, that last play was an obvious screen and draw. Miami was well coached and well prepared, ready to stop that.
This pro-Miami crowd up and making noise now. Lowry in trouble. Kept it alive. Still alive. Lowry. What a tremendous effort to keep the drive alive. He's going to come up about 5 yards shy. Bring up 4th down, long 4, short 5.
For an injury to a player on defense.
Let's see who the Miami Red Hawk down is.
14-yard gain there.
Yeah, and they turned a 3rd and 18 into a 4th and 4. It looked like Coy Beasley, the redshirt freshman safety, is the injured Miami Red Hawk. But on 4th and 4, wasted no time really. Not a lot of time thinking about this. And Lance Taylor went down and tried to take a real good look at the sticks. But he's got the punt team on, and a productive punt here could pin Miami potentially very deep.
Yeah, you want a directional or punt this one, try to get it in the corner.
Milmore hanging it high, fair catch, Miami from the 11-yard line.
Timeout. Media.
That Miami fair catch from Lionel Billups-Williams. Red Hawks with a football, down by 2. How does ESPN Analytics view this? Chances to win the Mid-American Conference. Right now, the Ohio Bobcats slightly 28% opportunity. Western Michigan 27, Miami 18, Toledo 16. A lot of football still to be played in November. Lance Taylor, you saw a moment ago, head coach of Western Michigan, and Chuck Martin, the Miami Redhawks mentor. 88 yards away from a touchdown. Miami here for DeQuan Finn in trouble. Well, Finn just threw that football. It was in the direction of Cam Perry, but there was pressure on Finn, and he just had to get the football away.
So you'll see here, watching the middle of the field wide open. He just didn't have time to see it, find that throw. It's the first time Miami really, I mean, Western actually got back there, but that was Colsey that was wide open, right over the ball.
Deion Colsey was sitting in the middle of that defense, uncovered. Billy Williams, gentleman with the white hat. Our referee today, running this officiating crew.
One of the Western doesn't have a sack today on Finn, and partly it's because Miami's running the ball. The other part is Finn has been getting away from escaping pressure. That time they almost got him.
Yeah. Jordan Brunson, the Miami running back, to the right of DeQuan Finn. Three wide receivers with Brian Shane, that tight ends, to the right of the formation, outside of offensive tackle Drew Terrell.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 minutes and 2 seconds. 7:02. Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds. The game clock will start on the snap. Thank you.
Well, the game clock gets moved back to 7:02 now. It was sitting at 6 minutes 30 seconds. 2nd and 10 for DeQuan Finn. Back to the ground game, just nothing there. Miami got stood up. That was Seifa Saipaia. There he is.
That was a great run, stop field. Watch how he just sits there, reads his keys, gets downhill. The offensive lineman just couldn't get up to second level. That was Big Jake Shorsh. He was supposed to double team and get up to the backer right there. You can't let those guys run free.
This is 3rd down and 10. You want to probably spot this one, signify it as our first of many big plays coming down the stretch. 3rd and 10 for DeQuan Finn in Miami. Finn pulls the football down, trying to get to the sticks, and he got there. DeQuan Finn used his legs, needed to get 10, needed to get to the sticks, and he got there to keep this drive alive.
It's just tough when you rush 4. You have a quarterback that can just make something out of nothing. It's even hard to spy him. He's just so athletic and gifted.
Jordan Brunson, the running back to the left of DeQuan Finn. 4 receivers again. Finn will throw the out. Dangerous throw, but he fit it in a tight window to Cole Weaver. Was that Tate Halleck that was trying to read that out of his safety spot? Looked like it was. Where's number 3?
Yeah, Tate was sitting on that. He was baiting the throw. He was guarding Cam Perry, his own coverage. He was responsible for outside the numbers. Way to break that route off by Cole Weaver, just reading the coverage, understanding. Good throw by Finn.
Well, as this 4th quarter rolls on, getting close to 5 minutes left. Remember, it's just a 2-point lead for Western Michigan. Finn, well, he's going to take a shot deep. Got what he wants. Outstanding throw by Finn. Route and catch. Cam Perry. They've hit another big one, Marcus Ray.
That man averages 30 yards per catch. Once again, he beats the true freshman, John Peters. They like that matchup. He just really lost sight of him, man, and you just can't single cover Cam Perry with that much space. What another great throw read by Finn.
Partner, do you sometimes think, though, I mean, Cam Perry was running about 7 to 8 yards free. Do you think at times that's maybe, Finn sees that, maybe even makes it a little more difficult? My guy is completely running free. I got to make sure I get it there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because you watch that on tape and say, what was I thinking?
Now Finn off that play fake, a lot of green grass. Finn to the corner, inside the pylon. Touchdown, DeQuan Finn, Miami. 18-yard TD scamper to give the Red Hawks the lead.
You knew that play was coming eventually. Miami was saving that quarterback keep. They didn't run it on the two-point play. They didn't run it in the first half. Watch how he reads this. No defender on the outside. You see Michael Davis just can't run down Finn. His legs has bailed him out. What, 3rd down and 10, he gets the first down. Right here, he takes it to the house, man. What a great call, good execution.
Miami on this big touchdown drive and going for 2. Finn's throw is caught, but it is short of that goal line. So the 2-point conversion not successful, which potentially would have made it a 6-point game. Look at Finn and Cam Perry. They want Chuck Martin to challenge this and get a look-see. Oh, he's in.
Ooh.
Marcus, he's in.
Yeah, I think he catches it in the end zone, and momentum took him out. See, oh, it's right on the line.
Which is a touchdown. A 2-point conversion in this case. Great look there, guys.
Ruling on the field is the conversion attempt was no good. That play is under further review.
Well, from our looks at it, it would seem to us that ruling of an incomplete pass to convert the 2-point conversion might be overturned, Marcus Ray. Look at the goal line here.
Catch right there.
Goal line. Comes down on the goal line. You're in the end zone.
Yep. It's a nice job here. That ball is caught in the end zone.
Yes.
The ball's right up the line.
I'd be extremely surprised if this isn't overturned and call reversed to a completed 2-point conversion pass from DeQuan Finn to Cam Perry. Guys, that's great work too. Outstanding work. Excellent job all day long from our outstanding crew today. Our producer David Harris, our director Andrew Davis, and all the guys and gals that have been on top of their games all day long. Well done.
That man, Chuck Martin, dialed up 6 plays, 88 yards, man. Big plays, man. Cam Perry. That's what you do. You go after a true freshman, especially when you got an explosive playmaker.
But you called it. You were all over it as you indicated that, going after the true freshman. And it paid dividends there as Cam Perry used it greatly to his advantage with the quantity.
After review, the receiver caught the ball in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good.
Yeah, that was very obvious, Marcus.
Yeah, he caught that one.
Perry came down with that football, and his body was in the end zone. The football, he caught it on the goal line, which is a completed 2-point conversion. Let's go back to the touchdown, Marcus Ray, here.
It's a little zone read, man. They've been running it all season. And got a great athlete. Finn made a good read. He kept that one in the back pocket. He turned the corner on Michael Davis. He can go to this 2-point conversion, man. Number 8, Cam Perry. He has the hot hand. He catches that football in the end zone, falls down right on the goal line. Miami has all the momentum, and now they can turn their pass rushers loose. We'll find out what Brock Lowry has going on.
A world of time, though, right? For Brock Lowry, and he has been outstanding throwing the football today. All right, on this kickoff return, Devin Miles. Miles reversing his field. Reached the 20-yard line and got stood up and then knocked to the ground. Brock Lowry and the Western Michigan offense on the football field.
Miles had a great day returning, man. 2 long ones. Trying to make something happen there. See what Western Michigan comes out with in their 4-minute offense. They need a touchdown. I expect them to still run the ball just a little bit. May take a shot. See what Miami has going on.
And remember, Brock Lowry was in a competition with Brady Jones, who was ultimately going to win this quarterbacking job. Lowry's first throw, complete, 7-yard gain as he hooked up with tight end Blake Bosma.
Big fella getting back in the mix.
Yeah, partner, you're right. And as we were talking, though, again to offensive coordinator Walt Bell, Bell said, here's the bottom line. We can do so much more with Lowry and running the complexity and the expanse of our offense. He had to throw the football away there now, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Well, I think obvious 4-down situation here.
Really, with 4 minutes left?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 timeouts. I think you have to go for it there.
Well, let's see. They've got this 3rd down to see if they can convert it. This Miami Redhawks crowd, they have really gotten into it, starting when they got back to within a couple at 17-15, and they've been making a lot of noise for their football team. Lowry going to step up, going to get there, got there. 1st down, Brock Lowry keeping the drive alive for Western Michigan with his legs.
These 2 quarterbacks, man, I tell you, they have been bailing out their offenses. You'll see here he goes through his whole progression, right to left, nothing. He was a quarterback spy. You saw Kuwatch, you saw tricking up. That was Coppice again.
1st and 10 now for the 34. Lowry going to take a shot and cutting off that route for Western Michigan was Avion Chenault.
See Michael Yarborough, young fella, man-to-man coverage, playing with a lot of energy and juice. See Lance Taylor, those guys trying to take a shot here. They don't have to abandon the run game just yet.
Chuck Martin told us Yarborough's really been coming on at out of that very strong Belleville, Michigan high school. Seam route. Flag, late flag. That throw was very, very low from Brock Lowry, as he was looking to hook up with Blake Bosma. Was that throw catchable?
Pass interference, defense, number 24. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Michael Yarborough, the young man we just highlighted, got hit with the being too handsy here.
Yeah, he was awfully handsy. That ball was in the air. It's the right call.
Off play action. Pressure. Lowry's throw. Did it get there? Was it caught? Evidently it was. Well, I tell you what, you know, both Lowry and also his tight end, or rather Kevin Boo Nelson. Marcus, wouldn't have been better off just to let that fall incomplete?
I think so too.
Lost 5. Pressure coming. Lowry got hit on delivery. That football's out. Miami says they've got it. Let's see. Lowry had that right arm blast. past it.
The ruling on the field is... The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st and 10, Miami.
I think that was Roosevelt Andrews III, Marcus, that made that hit. Let's see. Andrews number 92.
Yeah, it's to the right of your screen, but Adam Trick right
That was
there.
Trick, wasn't it?
It's the one that slaps that ball out before it goes forward. And I think Big Rosie is the one who recovered it. What a great job defensively by Miami, dialing up pressures when it mattered most. Trick has been a very, very
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 54 seconds. 2:54. Thank you.
Western Michigan has a couple of timeouts left. This drive from Miami, the owners of this 6-point lead currently, is going to start from Western Michigan's 39-yard line. 6-point game, so points here for Miami would pretty much in effect put this one in a deep freeze. Take a look at the 4th quarter offense for the Miami Redhawks, and that man, Daquan Finn. Doesn't get much better than that if you're looking for drives for points to take the lead. 1st down carry for Miami. We'll go to Deshaunte Jones. So Chuck Martin's going to get the big 250-pound redshirt freshman from Glenville High School in Cleveland onto the football field. Lance Taylor says not now. Doesn't take the timeout yet.
I think that's interesting because, you know, you lose about 40 seconds there. You got the 2-minute timeout coming up here. They'll probably call it after this play.
Yeah. So he's got timeout here if he wants it, and then run another 10 seconds to get to the 2-minute warning. Inside handoff, and there's your timeout. Jordan Brunson on the carry. Got back to the original line of scrimmage at the 39.
Timeout.
So
Western Michigan. The second charge
Taylor
timeout
got the timeout
of the second half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Going to bring up a
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 7 seconds. 2:07. Thank you.
Well, there you hear it. Of course, we've heard quite a bit from our white hat today. Billy Williams, he and his crew doing an outstanding job here. The Miami lead is 6 with 2:07 left. Marcus are looking at a 3rd down and 10. So you run this down to the 2-minute warning, probably with another running play, and then assume you're going to punt the football and try to pin Western Michigan deep. Regardless, though, I think Lance Taylor probably, you know, as he assessed this, he may get the ball back with 2 timeouts still at his arsenal. Or is it down to 1?
Yeah.
Down to 1. Okay.
It's down to 1.
Down to 1. All right.
So if they can get a stop here, get the 2-minute timeout. It's going to be interesting, but you got to stop number 1 right there with the cape on, man. With his legs, get the churning.
Oh, yeah. 3rd down and 10 for Daquan Finn. The line to make is at the 29-yard line of Western Michigan. Finn going to keep it. Finn got knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. That was interesting.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
It went to 1:59, so they'll take the 2-minute warning here and just even it up. 23-17, Miami, 6-point lead. Come on back with us for these final 2 minutes. No, you've enjoyed this one all day long out of Yager Stadium, the longtime home of Miami Redhawks football here at the campus of Miami University. Michael Regai, Marcus Ray, producer David Harris, director Andrew Davis, all of our crew. Everybody's done a terrific job today, and Miami and Western Michigan have complied with a terrific football game. From 51 yards away, Dom Jobin for Miami. He's got the kind of leg to hit this. Lot of leg. Does he have the accuracy? Oh, yeah, he does. Dom Jobin from 51 yards away. Did that just put this one away? For Chuck Martin in Miami, we're thinking nothing but punt the football, and all of a sudden Chuck Martin says, hey, Dom Jobin,
right down the middle.
Put the game away.
51-yarder with some room. What a gutsy play.
That's big time.
That's championship football right there.
Well, you know, it starts with a head football coach.
Clutch.
Big time. He's up 6, and again, probably conventional. Let's punt the football. A good punt with a punt team, right? And make Western Michigan play on a long football field. Having to get in the end zone and score a touchdown, down by 6.
And that's why they went for that 2-point conversion. And I was wondering, when you're up 4, it's like 5, 6, same thing, right?
Interesting, yes.
It was this that they wanted to get the ball back, kick a field goal, and try to put it out of reach.
100%. So the lead is 9 with 1:54 left. Miles out of the end zone. He's been special in his return acumen today. This time, though, knocked down at the 17-yard line. 2-possession game. It can be 3 here if you're Western Michigan. But, Marcus, the thing is, you got 1 timeout left. You got to be real judicious with that when you want to use it. And now you got to have points. I mean, it could be 3, as we said, but you got to have points in quickly.
Got to push that ball down the field, man, and use the sideline.
Real good day running this football team for Brock Lowry. Lowry sacked, taken down. It's a 6-yard loss, making a 5-yard loss back at the 13-yard line as Miami now. They are pinning their ears back. Malcolm McCain, a redshirt sophomore linebacker on the hit. Lowry, seam route. Made that throw. Will move the sticks for a first down. Lowry put it on his
Beasley.
Yeah.
Beasley
Put it on his receiver. Yeah, it won't be excellent hit. Another strong hit as Lowry put that throw up in the air. It was hauled in by Chenault. Gain of just 3. Chenault did get out of bounds with 1:18 left. 9-point, 2-possession. Miami lead at 26-17. Quick throw again. Stepping out of bounds after making that catch was tight end Blake Bosma.
Trying to use that quick game, slow down this Miami rush. Drop back pass, man. These guys are pinning their ears back, getting into the pass rush lanes. That man right there, Adam Trick, he's causing a lot of ruckus in between those tackles, twisting and turning.
Been a very strong 4th quarter for this Miami Redhawks squad, coming from behind as Lowry again hooked up with Avion Chenault. Chenault, boys, he's going to be a good one. Just a freshman, Chenault, out of Lexington, Kentucky. Came into today with a couple of touchdown catches on the year for Western Michigan. Lowry, now he's going to take the shot deep, nobody home. Throw was intended again.
That's good coverage there.
Yeah, that was Balin Brooks, the intended receiver there. Brooks caught a pass from Lowry earlier today. 26-17. Miami up by 9. Which, of course, makes it a 2-possession game. Minute and 4 left. Red Hawks fans feeling good. Lowry checked that down, and that throw, I don't know. They calling that a lateral? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Chuck Martin, like me, I thought that's an incomplete pass, is it not?
That's why you have to play through the whistle, man. You never know on that.
Chuck Martin said incomplete pass. Let's see.
It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, that didn't take long. Oh, sure. That pass is a forward pass. Yeah, incomplete. 3rd and 10.
That man right there did a fine job in that 4th quarter, making adjustments.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 minute. 1 minute on the game clock. Thank you.
You hear they're adjusting the game clock to exactly 60 seconds. 1 minute left. As Brock Lowry's trying to make something happen late. Seam route. Almost got picked off. So that throw was stepped in front of out of that Miami secondary by Coy Beasley. Had that football in his hands but couldn't secure it.
Take a look. Oh, the ball got tipped. Beasley right on his fingertips. That was to the house too. It didn't get tipped. He might have caught that one. It's a big one here. Western 2 or 3 on 4th down today.
Yeah, well, this is it for Western. They got to complete this here, or this one will be knelt out by Miami. There's that out route, that throw. It's called, but it's short of the line to make. Short of the line to make after the catch by Avion Chanel.
Completed pass, short of the line to gain. Miami takes the ball over on downs, 1st and 10.
Miami football, as that throw came up short, needed 10, got 8. And Marcus Ray, how about this 4th quarter, as we've just talked about, designed by head coach Chuck Martin and his Miami Redhawks to come from behind and win this one.
They were down. And I tell you what, man, put this thing together. 17-9.
Yep.
And they run off 17 unanswered points.
Down by 8 as Marcus just laid out, and undaunted were the Miami Redhawks with an enormous 4th on both sides of the ball. You know, all of the flowers go to the offense because they're putting the points on the board, but the defense registered stops when they needed to.
They sure did. I'll tell you, Daquan Finn, fine job using his legs, his clutch, getting a crucial 3rd down, throwing the big passes to Perry on the outside. Defense got the turnover, strip sack.
The Miami Redhawks in their victory formation are going to improve now to 5-3 overall. This will be their 5th consecutive win, their 4th in a row in Mid-American Conference play, and they've got themselves now, how many times, the 2 arch nemesis, Ohio and Miami. Could it be that coming down the stretch again? How about the 4th quarter? This one's over, and you can book it to Chuck Martin and his Miami Redhawks. 11 in a row in regular season play in the Mid-American Conference.
Tell you what, man, let's go back to last season. Last loss a year ago, man, to Toledo. They're red hot. Fine job, won the conference 2 years ago, won the conference championship. Lost last year to Ohio. Right now they're sitting at 1st place by themselves.
And their next assignment, Miami's a week from Tuesday, Athens, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
And a date with the Ohio Bobcats.
Every week's gonna be a championship game from here on out. Nice job, partner.
Partner, great job today. As always, Marcus Ray on top of his game. Know you enjoyed it, everybody, as Brock Lowry and Western Michigan did a fine job to have the lead, but Miami came back and won it. So that's going to do it. For our producer, David Harris, director, Andrew Davis, all the terrific crew, my partner, Marcus Ray. I'm Michael Regai. Naquan Finn found in the end zone with his football team in the fourth quarter. Miami with a 26-17 win. See you next week, everybody. So long.